Let's replay the Human Thesaurus intro made via ChatGPT script that I featured this season. Are you ready to embark on a remarkable journey through the depths of the human experience? Welcome to Human Thesaurus, where I, Wish Ronquillo Peacock, your host and guide, take you on an extraordinary adventure. In each episode, I'll share captivating stories, personal insights, and thought-provoking perspectives. We'll deep dive into the profound moments that shape who we are, explore relatable rants that make us feel alive, and uncover the intelligent opinions and fascinating facts from a multitude of industries. Human Thesaurus is a celebration of the incredible diversity within each of us. Just like words with multiple meanings, we all possess unique views and personalities that make us who we are. So, join me. Sit down, relax, and let's indulge into the joy of eavesdropping on conversations that spark inspiration and ignite curiosity. Through this podcast, we'll expand our horizons, deepen our empathy, and celebrate the beauty of our shared humanity. Don't miss out on this extraordinary podcast experience. Tune in to Human Thesaurus now and embark on a journey of discovery, laughter, and connection. I'm Wish, your companion on this adventure through Human Thesaurus, where every word brings us closer to understanding ourselves and others. Hey there, lovely listeners. Can you believe we've journeyed through the entire third season of Human Thesaurus? I can't help but marvel at the incredible ride we've had. Thank you. Taking my own advice to keep pushing forward has brought us to this moment. A season bursting with enriching stories and heartfelt connections. 3 seasons in, I'm beyond grateful for this unforgettable experience. A massive, massive thank you goes out to all of you wonderful folks who've been with me every step of the way. Your unwavering support and enthusiasm have been the heartbeat of this podcast, and I truly can't thank you enough. Even though it's quite daunting to integrate my new concept with a Human Thesaurus umbrella, which is epitome anatomy, where we focus on a word. We discussed AI.
The tool is very powerful when used correctly, but equally it can be something that can often fail on you without you sort of realizing. So it's still a trade-off and a balancing act that you need to perform carefully when you're using a tool like this.
That has no sense of morality. So I think the responsibility is with the one who is using it. That is the one who is accountable for using the AI and the outcomes of the data.
Siblings.
I really think family, siblings, you gotta start with actually knowing them, like really deep, in a deep sense. Because without that, they're just a stranger. They're just a friend. There's that level of, you can be familiar with your friends more than your siblings, but there's that thing, I can't point to it. There's just that thing of knowing, a familiarity that's unique to siblings.
And pet peeves.
I invented this exercise where I imagine annoying people at work or annoying friends, annoying surplus friends, and I envision them. And I envision a giant blender in my house where I load each one of them in the giant blender and press frappe.
If you want to take the high road and say, I need to be the bigger person and practice more compassion, practice more empathy, then that takes a lot. But I think that's more sustainable and that can be a better, that's better for you in the long run because then you're able to, live your life.
I enjoyed it though. It's a good experiment. So I hope that you also find that very interesting for you or something that you could connect with. Please let me know about that. I also got to catch up and harness wisdom in current lives of my dear friends, Acela.
Being Asian is just a never-ending, discovery, just kind of navigating what that's being like. And because there's just so many different backgrounds, there's East Asians, there's South Asians, Southeast Asians, and it's just so many backgrounds that needs to be cherished and uplift their voices. And it's just never ending. And sometimes there's some people who just have a difficulty kind of being associated with that or just embracing it because of whatever upbringings or whatever background they came from. And that's completely understandable because sometimes I have that really weird moment and that too back in college. But at the same time, it's just learning how to be my authentic self and not having to put up a front. You know what I mean? Trying to create this view of what people think of when they hear Asian, if that makes any sense.
Mama Margot.
But I would walk sometimes for miles and miles on my own as a little girl, and I had all sorts of little adventures. And that sense of freedom has driven probably how I parented and what I have aspired to be as an adult, really. Giving myself the freedom to do that, but also encouraging other people to have the freedom to be independent and not so worry so much about the things that could go wrong. Because, anything can go wrong anytime.
Coco.
Throwing yourself into the unknown and just going with it and trying things and failing, all that, and growing also so quickly. If you integrate it properly, then it can really give you this humility and this perspective where you're also take a step back in the things you say, and you're more conscious about how you interact with people because you just know that there's so much you don't know, you know, and that there's a million ways to interpret a situation.
Ruben?
When I had to come out of India and I had to try and succeed for myself in a country by myself, without my parents or the community being here, in a way, I did not. In nowhere do I mean that I didn't have any support or friends. I had a lot of friends, a lot of support here, but I had to start thinking for myself in a way.
Yes.
And so that's when I was trying to figure out, just figure out things about myself.
And sound.
But then you realize that my tactic is that I'm going to put myself down and I'm going to put you up. Because, it makes the situation a lot sort of better, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Truly extraordinary people with different points of view, but I picked up the simplest, most common denominator about them collectively. Kind. As simple as that word, kind. That's the word for them in the purest form. Also, I wonder if you paid attention about their synonyms in terms of how they compare themselves with
gadget as a noun, hug as a verb, and curious as an adjective.
Bella as a noun, dancing as a verb, and creative as an adjective.
Forest as a noun, dancing as a verb, and cheeky as an adjective.
Shadow as a noun, journeying as a verb, and sunny as an adjective.
Versus how I bestow them some. Summer as a noun, vibing as a verb, and spirited as an adjective. Breeze as a noun, fulfilling as a verb, and compassionate as an adjective. Marshmallow as a noun, assembling as a verb, and kind-hearted as an adjective. Atmosphere as a noun, composing as a verb, and congenial as an adjective. Sailboat as a noun, discovering as a verb, and candid as an adjective. I truthfully dig deep whenever I find the right words to describe them. I take these synonyms seriously upon bestowing them to my friends and acquaintances or even other random people. And, podcasting is so hard. I said this very many times before, and it's not just me, it's the entire community who's saying the same thing through memes, which is really cute and funny. This season, I had a podcast editor for some of my episodes because it's beginning to be too taxing for me that I kind of gave in to finding help for myself. Also, I explored some help of new few AI platforms that I'm experimenting on, and it's quite fun and interesting to do that. It's quite genius. It's very smart for these organizations to really harness the power of AI, especially for podcasters. I think it gives us quite a shortcut to focus on content and giving quality to our work before publishing it. It's so exciting for me to keep on exploring these podcast AI platforms. It's really very brilliant. And I think some of these will be helping me moving forward, especially for my next season. I'd also like to thank Riverside, Buzzsprout, Squarespace, Auphonic, and a few brilliant AI for podcasts in different capacities like Descript, VoiceQuill, Podium.page, and Clean Voice. They all have potentials that I could use in the long run. I'm letting you into my process because it's hard when I say, oh, podcasting is so hard, but, I'm not giving you any context. But now you do. It's just there's a lot of process to go through before pressing publish, especially when it comes to the audio quality and the editing and not annoying you with plosives or human sounds, or I don't know if you can hear this, but there's like a background of a truck moving outside right now. So yeah, I am very grateful for all of these platforms helping me out, making my life easier. I also have a list for next season's episode. As much as I aim for consistency or predictability of my release timelines, I'll just have to be realistic and bank it on scheduling guests and putting my ducks in a row. But indeed, I think it will be a very exciting 2024. I think I've filled up the 8 episodes that I wanted, and I hope that I could deliver them. If not, I've got backup plans as well. So I will keep on continuing the epitome anatomy within the podcast. I think it's a good leeway apart from really highlighting friends. We highlight words as well. I think it just makes sense for me to use both and really implore and explore these things with you. And I hope you can still be with me throughout this journey. For now, please listen to some former episodes that you may have missed out on or for your own entertainment. So, let's hear the obligatory ending format of my pod. From this season, one of the most important words about life is kind. It is an adjective meaning of a good or benevolent nature or disposition as a person. It is similar to words good-natured, neighborly, sympathetic, big-hearted, princely, forbearing, gentle, amiable, humane, open-handed, philanthropic, public-spirited, thoughtful, and unsparing. Henry James, an American-British author, quoted, "3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind." End quote. The world keeps evolving with us in it, whether we like it or not. We're here to create and destroy it each and every day. But being kind is free. It may be trying to give it at times because probably we may think that the other person won't deserve it. But it's a choice. It's really hard to be kind, but maybe it's also as simple to be kind. It's a very good expressway for us to go to and find in ourselves the peace that we have a better heart to give to others. I think it's just important for us to keep on reflecting back on the words that we use to each and every one because it's so potent. Words are so potent. As simple as being kind is something that we can give because whatever we apply to ourselves, we can apply to other people and vice versa. Holiday season is coming. There are lots of drama to be unfolded or even kept or hidden or will unleash. And there will also be moments of joy, love, and celebration coming. It will be loaded for all of us. But I think it's nice to just go back to basics of being kind and take it from there. We're not perfect, but we can always try to be fun, to make most out of what we have. This life is what we have. We hold on to it because it's a gift. And I really, really hope you feel the same way. So, let's circle back about words. Words are potent. It sets the tone in our lives. Consider thinking about your own synonyms as themes for your own existence. You may also like to share them with me through my social media or email. I would love to hear from you what your synonyms are. As we wrap up this season, I'd love to ask for your help once more. If you've enjoyed our conversations as much as I have, please take a moment to rate, comment, and share Human Thesaurus wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Please spread the word to your pals, your kin, colleagues, even those not so friendly frenemies. Let's keep the word magic alive. Now, I'm going to take a little breather and start cooking up the next season just for you. While we're apart, stay connected by following me on Instagram, Threads, and X for all the exciting updates and the behind-the-scenes sneak peeks probably. Before I sign off for now, remember that the power of words is limitless and each conversation is a step towards understanding our vibrant humanity. This is Wish Ronquillo Peacock, bidding you farewell for a little while. Have the most fantastic days ahead, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being a part of my Human Thesaurus journey. Until next time!